What's up everyone, it's Ojh, and today is my first Raid Shadow Legends video. It's going to be the first in a two-part series about the things that I have learned as a new and returning player in 2025. I did play about 3 years ago, but I've played loads of games in between now and then, and I've just got back to it, and I want to share some of those tips and tricks and bits of guidance with you. And thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. So what I want to do is, like I say, two-part video. I'm going to give you 10 things in this video and 10 things in the next video, which will help you navigate the early stages of the game, because this game is endless content, quite literally endless content. Starting out then, if you are a returning player or as a new player, it may well be best for you to make a new account, because the amount of freebies that you can get with new accounts now meant that when I started my new account only 14 days ago, is that I surpassed my previous account within about a day and a half. I think my previous account was around level 20. I'm now at level 40 and I've absolutely smashed through it, and the roster of champions that I have got is significantly better. So if you scan the QR code or use the link in the description or the pinned comment below, then you can get your first free legendary on your account, Elanaril, and then when you hit level 15, you will unlock. Uugo is still an absolute regular in my teams, as you can see here from the reviews, out of 5, high 4-point numbers there. So Uugo is really good at level 15. So all you need to do is scan the QR code or use the link in the description below to get your raid account started. Another reason why now is the best time to start playing the game is because of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collaboration that is on, and if you log in for 7 days, then you will get yourself another legendary, Michelangelo, who is an absolute unit in this. Definitely one of the regulars in my squad or my champion team. So definitely get yourself in right now. And for a third champion is if you use the promo code Demon Slayer, which I'll put on the screen right now, then you will get yourself Tholin Foulbeard. Tholin, even as a dwarf, is absolutely insane. Again, look at the stats there. Tholin is an absolute beast. Use code Demon Slayer as a promo code and you will get your third legendary. So you'll have 3 legendaries already within the first 7 days, and then if you get your account to level 15, then you'll have an epic Uugo as well. Tip number 2 then is going to be around your starter champion. There are 4 starter champions to choose from, and there is only actually one answer to this question, and the answer is Kael. Kael is incredibly effective in all of the game modes and will keep you going long into the mid game. Kael's got a strong single target attack that applies a poison, a really strong AoE attack that's got a 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit that will increase Kael's turn meter, so you can end up with Kael having additional turns before other champions have had a turn, and Kael hits like a truck. And then finally has got a 40% chance of placing an even stronger poison. The answer to your starter champion question is pick Kael. Kael, you'll get the most value for the longest amount of time. The third thing I want to touch on then is the actual home screen, the UI itself, and it can be quite overwhelming with the amount of stuff that's going on there, and that is completely understandable because there is a lot being demonstrated here. But more specifically, I want to talk about the red dots which are around the outside of the screen. So I've got one on the market there, Index Champions and the Guardian Ring. There'll be red dots that crop up which are trying to tell you something at all times, but I wouldn't play chase the red dot in terms of trying to get rid of them all. Sometimes it's telling you something really important, sometimes it's just telling you that a new event has turned up or there's some news that you might have already seen. So whilst it might well not be worth ignoring it, is that I wouldn't go around just clicking on every single one, you know, like there's going to be some sort of reward. The fourth thing to talk about then is the campaign and farming. Now in the early stages you're going to spend a lot of time in the campaign going through the normal mode. There's normal, there's hard, there's brutal and there's nightmare, and you go all the way through normal. There are 12 stages, go all the way through, all the way through, all the way through, and once you've completed the 12th stage, then it unlocks the next level of difficulty. Now for farming purposes, if you get to a stage of the game where you're a little bit stuck or you need to just level up some of your champions, you've unlocked a new champion and they're quite low in strength, then the best place to do this is going to be in level 12, stage 3 or stage 6. So whether that's that you've only unlocked the hard difficulty level 12 and you're kind of part way through the next difficulty, but you can't get all the way through and you need to do some effective farming as in XP per energy spent, is that level 12 is what's going to be the best for you. The ultimate best place for it is at brutal difficulty level 12 and then either stage 3 or stage 6, which I'll explain now. So with stage 3 is that you will get slightly less experience than if you complete stage 6. However, you will be getting more shields, as artifacts and shields sell for more silver than boots do. So if you're looking for the most resources per energy spent, and a decent amount of experience as well, then 12.3 is the place to be. If you solely want to farm experience for your account level and for your champions, then 12.6 is going to be the best way for you to do that. And the best way you can do that once you've got champions that are strong enough is to go into a battle and maybe pick a couple of champions that can do this on their own, or maybe just one champion who can solo this stage, take out all the rest of them. If I know that Kael, for example, can solo this on its own, and then fill it up with level 1s, that way that the experience will be shared across all of them. Now, the way the experience works is that it's split across the whole team. So you get 25% here, 25% here, 25%, and 25%. So if you just did this with one other champion though, then this champion, yes, would get 50%, but 50% may well go on your kind of farming or your carrying champion. And if they are like my Kael is max level, then that's just wasted, not the most efficient way of doing that. So like I say, level 12.3 is the best for resources as a whole, but if you're farming pure experience, 12.6. Number 5 then, the next thing to talk about is going to be the auto attack in the game. Now let's just go into this particular battle here. So when this loads up, we can take auto attack off and we can run this at 1 speed, and then I will select the attack that I want to do with every single champion every single time, and I get the arrows here, the double greens to say that that would be an effective attack against them because of the way the affinities work, and that blue is effective against green, blue being magic, green being spirit. We'll cover that in another video. But for time saving and for the early stages of the game, I would highly, highly recommend running this on auto. And I will do the same in the arena with PvP. It will get you through the experience faster, and there are times later in the game when you fight against clan bosses and you get in higher up in arena where you may want to focus on taking down a stronger enemy and you can put all your attacks into that person. But for the early stages of the game, I would strongly suggest that you utilize the auto attack feature, and I'll put this on 2 speed and the game will play out there. So you've still got the elements of being able to select the team that you think are going to be the most effective for it, but as far as efficiency goes in time efficiency, is that this is definitely the way that I would go about leveling up, especially in the earlier stages. And to prove my point there, the Battle of Finishes, Kael carried everybody through that. 75% of the experience is going on the 3 level 1s that we had, and they've shot up to level 6. That is definitely the most effective way to level your champions. So whilst we're talking about efficiencies, the tip number 6 then will be kind of a 2-in-1 really, is that you've got the Super Raids button which can click there. Once you've passed a particular stage, that you get the Super Raid. What that means is that you get double rewards for running the stage once. It does cost you double energy, but it's going to be a big time saver for you to utilise that. And the other thing that you can do in downtime when you're sleeping or you're going out or you need to go do some washing or whatever it might be, is utilise the multi-battle option. So what you can do in the multi-battle option is select that, continue multi-battle even when all champions hit max, you can do to keep gaining XP. Continue multi-battle even if you lose, I would say so, because you don't want it just stopping in case that you just get beaten like an early battle and you'd set it running for ages and then it just stops. That'd be absolutely no good at all. I tend to not use gems to automatically restore energy. We're going to come to gems in a little bit, and there'll be a whole new video on best place to spend gems, so I don't do that, and enable Super Raids as I just mentioned, so that you're getting the double benefit for the time within there. There's an automatic gear selling filter, so you can go and filter out the level of gear that you would like to keep or just automatically sell, and then you can queue champions to automatically swap them out when they hit max level. So in here, you can just basically go through these and it will slowly rotate through all of them. You can pick up to 20 in here. And if I press confirm, that when these hit max level, that these 3 will be substituted out and another load of champions will be substituted in, so that the multi-battle can continue going, and it will only stop when either you have ran out of multi-battles or when you've expelled all of your energy. So the multi-battle is definitely going to be a time saver, and it can also just be an efficient way of you leveling up your champions, like I say, whilst you're doing other things. Okay, point number 7 is an area of the game that kind of gives you like loads of free stuff, but I've not really seen anybody talking about. So if you go over to the left-hand side, which I think is maybe slightly cropped out on my screen, and pop this open, then on the left here, there's a thing called Limited Series Call of the Arbiter. Go in here and open that, and then you've got all of these YouTube videos. Don't worry, you don't need to watch any of these YouTube videos. If you just click on one, and then press share the trailer, and then press copy, it will automatically give you access to these links. So you don't actually need to paste that link anywhere. It will just give you access to the rewards that are in here. So again, you're going to get 100 energy and some arena token refills. And like I say, that is the same for all of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and at the end of it here you've got some you've got a 4-star chicken which you use for leveling up your champions. We'll come to that another time. Even more energy. You've got some brews again for leveling up your champion's level, some some things that you can use in the forge, some arcane potions. So definitely go in here. Like I say, it's a bit of a one-shot thing, but there are 11 of those videos. You just go into the video, click that you want to share the episode, click copy the link, and it'll give you the rewards. The 8th thing on the list to talk about then is going to be gems, and I said at the start we'd talk about this. Now, we're not going to go into like massive detail about this, but there are some areas to spend gems. Now, I wouldn't be spending my gems on energy. The first thing I will be doing is spending my gems to upgrade the gem mine. So I've got 1 gem to collect there, lovely stuff. Now, the gem mine only goes up to level 3. Obviously, it opens at level 1, and then you've got level 2, then level 3, and it's 500 gems per level to level it up. And this is like spending gems to earn gems. So we're spending the gems that we've got now for the bigger picture and the longer term rewards. So the first place I'd be spending gems is in the gem mine, get that up to level 3. Next up then will be in the Guardian Ring. Now, I'm going to come to the Guardian Ring in a bit more detail in part 2. However, if you have got gems to spare before you watch part 2, then I would be unlocking the additional levels or additional slots, in the Guardian Ring rather than upgrading the slots here. The more you've got open, then the better it will be for you. One thing to note with the Guardian Ring, like I say, I will cover it in the part 2, is that when your champion does hit a level, that you then need to accept that new level to start the upgrade to the level after. So there is a bit of a strategy with that, and then, like I say, I would open the next champion slot and then always make sure to stick a champion in there. If I've got one that's at half a decent level, not really, we'll stick you in there for now. Number 9, the penultimate thing is that as soon as you can, join a clan. There are so many benefits to being in a clan, even if you don't know who the clan is. Just join any clan. At the moment, I'm in basically any clan, and there are a whole host of benefits that go with being in this clan. First and foremost is that if you can get yourself in the highest level of clan, then there are different benefits here. So you're going to get extra campaign silver, extra multi-battles, a number of clan shop slots, and weekly clan quests. So at the minute, my clan's level 13, so we get an extra 8% campaign silver just for being a member in the clan, which is obviously really nice. The other thing is there are clan quests that you can do. Again, these are accessible for anybody at any level, from just starting the game all the way through to some of the more elite ones. You're going to get gold for doing that, and then the gold can be spent in the clan shop on various things, whether it be food or silver or artifacts or accessories, whatever it may be. So there's all sorts of stuff that can be spent in there, which are additional resources. One of the other major benefits of being in a clan is the clan versus clan tournament. In some videos you might hear this referred to as CVC. Now, in this, it's as it says, it's one clan versus another. There are challenges. You earn points for doing basically everything in the game, from passing campaign levels to beating dungeon bosses, clan bosses, or just upgrading artifacts, or upgrading your champions, or anything like that, or summoning new champions that you get points for absolutely everything. You go head to head with another clan. Unfortunately, there isn't a clan v clan going on at the moment for me to show you, so I'm in this kind of help tutorial bit to show you what the UI looks like and how it works. But essentially, you've got the kind of who's winning bar at the top here, and then you've got clan rewards. So as it says, at the end of the tournament, both clans can receive rewards. The winning clan will receive more rewards, and then the greater the point difference. However, if you win as well, then you've not only got clan rewards as far as like what everybody contributed, but you've then got personal targets to hit as well. And if you can hit all of those, then you're going to get even more rewards for doing the things that you were already going to do in the game, but because you joined a clan, they are now available to you. The last and final point I want to make in this particular video is around the arena, because the arena is available from the very beginning. There are 3 kind of PvP areas. Don't worry about the tag team or the live arena just yet. They unlock at, I think it's like level 35 or 40 for the tag team, and obviously level 50 for the live arena. But in the classic arena, this is going to be, probably fairly obvious about what we're doing here. So we've got a different number of opponents, and then we can battle it out against them. Now, when you're battling it out against them, is that you're playing against a AI version of an opponent. It's not a live battle, so the opponent has set up a defensive team like I have here, and then the computer will play that battle out to the best of its ability against the person who is actually playing. Now, a bit like I said earlier, with regards to the auto attacks, is that for now at the start I would probably use the auto attack, but then as you get later in the game you start climbing up the ladders, and if you're going to become like the next pro player in this, then it will probably be worth you doing this manually so that you can kind of focus down some of the harder hitting enemy champions, because you might want to focus them down as a priority. However, you can do this on auto mode and make some decent progress by doing it through that way for the time being. So you'll pick who you want to fight against here, and then you will move up the tiers. Now, the reason I bring this up is because of what the tier bonuses give you. Right, let's start at the bottom then. So we get some items that we can use in the forge for crafting. That's another video itself. Then we get these badges where we've got an increasing number of bronze or silver all the way up to gold, and then we've got these percentage stats here. These percentage stats apply to all of your champions in every mode inside the game, so your ability and your standing in PvP will directly affect the strength of you in PvE. So it's really, really important to not neglect the arena, because there is some big power gains to be had here. Also, as you can see in the bottom left corner, that the ranking period ends in 4 days and 17 hours, and then depending on, I think it's based on your highest position, that you will get a reward which has got a percentage of dropping artifacts and different shards and gems and all that sort of stuff. So obviously you make it all the way to the top here, you've got an extra 25% HP, attack and defense. Now, the badges that you get, again, this is the only source of being able to claim these badges or being able to earn these badges, and they are spendable in the Great Hall. Now, the Great Hall is an entirely separate video in itself, but just as an overview of it, and please don't do what I've done. I did not read a guide and I just dived into this, so don't do what I've done at the moment. But again, these affinity bonuses will affect all of your champions in every single game mode, and like I said, the only place to get the badges that you need for this is from the arena. So down the left hand side, you've got the 4 different affinities. You've got magic, spirit, force and void, and you will be able to level them up by a percentage by spending your badges here. So for example, if I wanted to go on resistance, then it tells you I can level it all the way up to level 10 where I get plus 80 resistance. I can upgrade and I can spend either just the bronze tokens or a combination to get myself up to level 1. Now, like I say, don't do what I've done. I just piled it on the attack stats here. That is not the best thing to do. That is not the most effective thing to do. And also, once you've chosen the one you're going to invest in, that there is no master reset to it. So absolutely do not follow what I've done. There will be another video on this, or find a video on this, but don't do what I've done. Do not copy this build here. So that is the first 10 things that I want to share with you about Raid Shadow Legends that I have worked out, or that I have discovered in the first couple of weeks. Again, big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. And if you are looking at getting involved, then like I say, again, I'll put the QR code on the screen, or there is a link in the description below or in the pinned comment, which will get you your first legendary and your first epic. And then if you use code Demon Slayer, you're going to get another legendary. And then if you sign in for 7 days or log into the game for 7 days, you're going to get a Michelangelo legendary. So now is as good a time as any. Part 2 of this video is coming soon. So if you're not, get yourself subscribed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.